Critical race theory, CRT, is a framework for analyzing and understanding the intersection of race, power, and the law. It emerged in the legal field in the late 1970s and has since spread to various academic disciplines, including literature. CRT in literature is concerned with how race and racism intersect with literature, both in the content and the context of literary works. There are several key concepts in critical race theory, CRT, that are used in literature analysis. These include intersectionality. This concept emphasizes the multiple and intersecting forms of oppression that people may experience based on their race, gender, class, sexual orientation, and other identities. In literature, CRT scholars may analyze how characters' experiences of oppression are shaped by multiple intersecting identities. Whiteness. This concept refers to the social and cultural construction of white identity and the ways in which it is privileged in society. In literature, CRT scholars may analyze how the literary canon reflects the values and biases of the dominant culture and how white characters and authors are privileged in the representation of race. Racialization. This concept refers to the process by which race is constructed and given meaning in society. CRT scholars may analyze how racialized identities are constructed in literature and how they are used to perpetuate systemic racism and other forms of oppression. Voice. This concept emphasizes the importance of centering the narratives and perspectives of people of color in literary analysis. CRT scholars may analyze how literary works reflect or challenge dominant narratives and structures of power and how they can be used as a tool for resistance and social change. Power. This concept emphasizes the ways in which power is distributed unequally in society and how it is used to perpetuate systemic oppression. In literature, CRT scholars may analyze how power is represented and how it is used to perpetuate or challenge racial hierarchies. These concepts are used to analyze how race and racism intersect with literature, both in terms of the content of literary works and the context in which they are produced and consumed. They are tools for understanding the ways in which literature can reflect and perpetuate systemic oppression and for promoting social justice and equity through literary analysis and critique. There have been many important theorists and writers who have contributed to the development of critical race theory, CRT, in literature. Some of the key figures include Toni Morrison. Morrison is a renowned novelist and essayist who has been an influential voice in the development of CRT in literature. Her novels, such as Beloved and The Bluest Eye, explore themes of race, identity, and oppression, and she has also written essays on the importance of including diverse voices and perspectives in the literary canon. Bell Hooks. Hooks is a cultural critic, feminist theorist, and author who has written extensively on issues of race, gender, and power. Her work has been influential in shaping the field of CRT in literature, particularly in her emphasis on the importance of centering the perspectives of people of color. Kimberlé Crenshaw. Crenshaw is a legal scholar and the creator of the concept of intersectionality, which has been an important concept in CRT. She has written extensively on issues of race, gender, and law, and her work has been influential in shaping the field of CRT in literature. Henry Louis Gates, Jr. Gates is a literary scholar and critic who has written extensively on African American literature and culture. He has been an important voice in the development of CRT in literature, particularly in his emphasis on the importance of reclaiming African American literary traditions. Patricia Williams. Williams is a legal scholar and author who has written extensively on issues of race, gender, and law. Her work has been influential in shaping the field of CRT in literature, particularly in her exploration of the ways in which legal language can perpetuate racial inequality. These are just a few of the many important theorists and writers who have contributed to the development of CRT in literature. Their work has been influential in shaping the way we think about race and racism in literature and has opened up new avenues for understanding and analyzing the role of literature in perpetuating or challenging systemic oppression. When applying race theory to a text, a literary critic may ask a range of questions, including 1. How does the text represent race and racial identity? Are there particular racial stereotypes or tropes that are reinforced or challenged by the text? 2. How do the characters' racial identities intersect with other aspects of their identity, such as gender, class, or sexuality? 3. What is the relationship between the text and the historical and social context in which it was produced? How does the text reflect or challenge the dominant cultural narratives of its time? 4. How does the text position the reader in relation to issues of race and racism? Does it invite readers to identify with or challenge particular perspectives on race and racial identity? 5. How does the text reflect or challenge power dynamics related to race and racism? Are there particular characters or groups who are privileged or marginalized based on their racial identity? 6. How does the text address issues of systemic racism and social justice? Does it offer critiques of the structures of power that perpetuate racial inequality, or does it reinforce those structures? 7. How does the text contribute to or challenge the canon of literature, particularly with respect to race and racial identity? Does it offer new perspectives or challenge dominant narratives about race in literature? These are just a few examples of the kinds of questions a literary critic might ask when applying race theory to a text. The specific questions will depend on the particular text and the context in which it is being analyzed. To apply CRT to literature, scholars and critics may use a variety of approaches, including close reading of texts, historical and cultural analysis, and interdisciplinary approaches that draw on other fields such as anthropology and sociology. They may also focus on specific genres or periods of literature, such as African American literature or post-colonial literature. While both race theory and post-colonial theory are concerned with issues of power and representation, race theory tends to focus more on issues of identity and inequality within a particular society or culture, while post-colonial theory is concerned with the legacy of colonialism and its ongoing impact on global power relations. However, there is also significant overlap between the two, as both are concerned with understanding and challenging systems of power and oppression that are based on identity and difference. Overall, CRT in literature is a powerful tool for understanding the ways in which race and racism intersect with literature, and for promoting social justice and equity through literary analysis and critique.